bizarre. Ouais. Bizarre. J'ai dit exactement de capturer la même chose, mais bon. Et remettons. Ah ouais, non, regardez le nez. Ah, et avec cadre aussi. En bonus. Ah ouais. Ah, c'est le bonheur pour voir. Vendredi 16 mai. Ouais. On a le droit à 16 mai en français. Incroyable ce jeu. Pas de surprise en surprise. Pourquoi ça freeze? Parce que là, ça freeze qui s'est empêché. Ah, ok. I couldn't have allowed was intending to turn settings or using faster. Je sais pas ce qui s'est passé, mais il s'est passé un truc. C'est qui tous? Ah bon? Fréquence via.
Hey, Jen! What are those windows made of?
Ah mais non, on doit parler avec la caméra. C'est vrai.
How can I help, son?
Could I talk to Jennifer again?
Sure thing, son.
Jennifer?
What is it, Martin?
Oh, je sais plus tout est-ce qu'on en est au niveau du dialogue. On va reprendre dès
Okay,
le
forget
départ.
breaking out. Could you at least come visit me? It's kind of lonely in here.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other until you've undergone your first Citizen Plus treatment.
Why not?
Because your gosh danged hormones are out of control, Martin.
Son âge.
Jen, snap out of it. This isn't the real you. I mean, it's kind of like the real you, but not like the real you in this timeline.
Wow, that's...
I know, it sounds crazy.
I'd never call you crazy, Martin. You're just sick. I should know, I used to be sick too. But now, I never want to spray paint a Buick or listen to rock music ever again.
Une brique, c'est quoi ça une brique? Une brique, c'est une voiture. Ok. Je n'apprends à chaque live.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some
No,
kind
just
of
a minute.
digital watch when you were done with all that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats.
C'est pas mal. Brique, voiture. Hop. Ah ouais. Brique. Pourquoi ça me dit rien comme expression? Un classique américain. C'est un modèle ou une marque?
How'd you wind up in the Citizen Plus program anyway?
My dad signed me up, and it's a good thing, too. I was completely out of control.
I kinda liked it.
Ah, merci Marie pour le lurk. Ça te pose un orc si une marque. Ça te passe un orc si c'était en aïeux. Pour une cible. Alors c'est une île. Une île.
Jen, this whole Citizen Plus thing is a scam. Edna's using it to take control of everyone in Hill Valley, including her husband.
You know, Citizen Edna told me you were having paranoid delusions, but I had no idea.
So, what was your Citizen Plus treatment like anyway?
Well, that's weird. I don't really remember. Must be a side effect of the treatments.
Fini là. C'est tout.
Come on, Jen. You don't really want a life without rock and roll, do you?
Rock and roll? Ew. Just the thought of the pelvis-pulsing 3-chord power ballads you used to play
Ton
makes me all
pelvis, c'est quoi
queasy
le pelvis?
inside.
Qu'est-ce que ça pelvis?
Blech.
La haute? D'accord. Ça dit rien. Ça
Don't
fait
go
rire,
yet,
madame.
Jen.
I wouldn't dream of it. It'd
Pas trop le
be
bruit qui
against the
pelvis, ça.
rules.
Donc ça sert à rien. Je suis ravi.
Dad,
How can I help, son?
so have you found Mom yet?
Not yet.
You wouldn't believe how many cameras they've got around here.
You got any advice for
Yeah.
getting out of here?
Jennifer still giving you problems?
Yeah.
Try appealing to her with something she loves about you. That always worked with your mom. Back when she loved anything about me.
Could I talk to
Eh ben, let's
Jennifer
go.
again?
Sure
Tu
thing,
vas
son.
sûrement débloquer un
Jennifer?
truc.
What is it, Martin?
Okay, forget breaking
Ah, non,
out.
pas
Could
du
you
tout.
at least come visit me? It's kind of lonely in here.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other until you've undergone your first Citizen Plus treatment.
Why not?
Because your gosh danged hormone.
Hey,
Y a
you
rien de.
No.
didn't they give
The Citizen
rats? Come on.
rockin' easy inside.
Non, à moins que.
Don't go yet, Jen.
I wouldn't dream of it. It'd be against the rules.
Si maintenant était juste de la guitare. Ah oui. 5 euros.
Okay,
GG.
Jen, here's a little something I think you're gonna like. At least, I hope you still do.
Martin?
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Martin? What are you doing?
What's going on here?
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is this. No one scrambles my brain. You hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
Jen?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, Jen.
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here. Calvin Klein underwear? Really?
There. How do I look?
Little short for a stormtrooper, but it'll have to do. Come on!
Eh ben, c'est beau le pouvoir de l'amour. Tu vois, dans un dessin animé.
Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker,
What the?
Yeah.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Ah,
Really?
Really.
Okay then.
l'instant.
First.
Ah, c'est pas
What
de
was
feeling.
that for?
For saving me, dummy. Let's go, officer.
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Don't bite me.
What?
Rock and roll.
Allez, go le petit livre qu'à Marie et Kicks. Donc, le jeu de Kicks, c'est Propagation Paradise Hotel. Comment ça marche. Et coucou, on dit Nom de Zeus. Bienvenue. Amis de la science. Bah, nous, on attend toujours de recevoir notre pièce, enfin, de recevoir la résistance pour que ça fonde. C'était, ça durait aujourd'hui. Parce que sur la boutique, ça marquait si vous commandez avant midi, vous recevez le lendemain. Et là, comme j'avais commandé après-midi, c'est-à-dire que je devais recevoir le surlendemain. On est au surlendemain, il n'y a aucune nouvelle. Rebellie, c'est passé les filles. Ils racontent des choses inintéressantes. Et quoi, on essaye de faire en sorte que Marty me sorte de là-dedans. Ah, les commandes. Vous voyez ma mauvaise posture?
I've seen that helmet somewhere before, but it never did that.
Sans déconner.
Looks like a giant air freshener.
Des gens du parfum.
Jeez, he looks miserable. That speaker
Des enceintes.
looks really familiar. I don't know what kind of movies they're showing Doc, but I don't think he's enjoying them.
Merci pour l'heure que fille. Soda alt.
Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
Ah, c'est pas interdit.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's tannins. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be
Okay, maybe
pretty
sure.
persuasive.
No.
Je crois que Amy Shy est pas en pour des choses assez nuances
Do
particulières.
you mind? I'm trying to run a complete personality rebuild on the big man himself here.
And?
And the last thing I need is your stubby little fingers turning Hill Valley's savior into a drooling rutabaga.
Is there a problem over there, citizen?
No problem, ma'am.
Good. Let's get back to it.
Hey,
Shh, busy.
En gros, faut trouver un moyen de le distraire, quoi.
wow, they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got in here. Ah! I should have known.
Ça te fait rire.
Hi, Biff. Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway. You want out of here, big guy? Guess they don't work. Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is? Peekaboo!
Non, McFly.
The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
Increase somatosensory fluids by 17%.
Porte de, ça s'appelle porte de niche. Interphone. Ah, la porte d'Agna.
What are you doing in here?
Looking for the bathroom?
The next scheduled bathroom break isn't for another 158 minutes.
Right.
Là. Hey, white. Ah. Infotente.
Hi, Biff. Bye, Biff.
Ah.
I almost feel sorry for the poor guy. Almost. Hi, Biff. Bye, Biff.
Don't worry, Everett.
J'ai pas l'impression qu'il y ait quoi que ce soit
It'll
qui...
all be over soon.
Sans que je puisse se lancer ici. Je vais regarder si j'ai pas loupé un truc. Ah oui, là. C'est là où était Jennifer.
Hey, get me out of here.
Sorry, can't hear you in this thing, but thanks for the duds, though.
Ah, d'accord, ok.
That's broken. I guess Jen did that so the guard won't be able to
c'est
call
ballot.
for help.
Mais j'ai pas d'écrit, non? Non, j'ai pas d'écrit. Ok. Je retourne dans le...
There's no one in my cell to talk to.
Facile.
There's nothing I need in
Et
there.
porte. Je ne peux pas retourner dans ma cellule. Ah, je trouve ça sympa que le jeu limite prenne une certaine manière
Stop fighting it, darling. You're only hurting
les
yourself.
environnements. Ça me rappelle mon cœur de... Je crois que ça pourrait partir dans... Je pourrais chercher dans tous les sens, tourner en rond, tourner à
I don't feel like serenading anyone right now. Not sure what that'll do. I am not giving away my picture of Dad.
Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's tannins. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill.
Là, j'ai
We
quitté
tried to give
les
it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I can be pretty persuasive.
No. No improvement, Citizen Edna.
What?
Shall I recycle the treatment?
Very well. Increase the overall stimulation levels by a factor of 1.21 kilocarls and start again.
J'avais vaguement souvenir qu'au
Can I
début,
have some of that? Feels like I
ça
haven't
allait
eaten
mon
in
caïd,
years.
mais après ça
No,
m'a...
that's
ça m'a tout bouffé.
tannins. He's not. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still.
Let me try. I can be pretty
Ouais, faut faire
persuasive.
un truc.
No.
Faut aller mettre un truc dans la canette. Ah, oui. Et je sèche déjà, alors.
Hang on, Your Honor. I'll have you out of here in no time. How am I gonna get him out of here without Edna and her goons stopping me? How am I gonna get him out of here? I guess that thing pumps smells into the Citizen Plus helmet. I guess that thing pumps... I better get him out of here before his eyes explode. I better get him... I hope this thing's as powerful in this reality as it is in mine.
Stop fighting it, darling. You're
I hope this thing's as I used to think she was a little annoying, but now she's just plain evil.
Ah, les filles lancées en live. Voilà, je vais dorquer mes filles. Ah, ça aurait pu tarder. Ah, je suis trompé. Ça aurait pu tarder pour que Reinhardt arrive. Qu'on live.
What part of Spizzy don't you understand? Keep away from the equipment, citizen.
I'll never get my hands on those controls while he's around.
What part?
Hi, Biff. Come on, Biff, just swallow your pill.
disengaged.
Hi, Biff. Come on, Biff, just swallow your pill. Oh, Biff spit.
Un molar de biche.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What?
Sorry, it was just a shadow.
Stop goofing around and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
You, God!
Who, me?
I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
Just let it go, Emmett. When you wake up, you'll be a whole new
Ah, on peut pas toucher au soda et à la nourriture. Ok, tout ce qu'il reste à faire donc c'est...
He'll be out for a while.
Ok.
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
Oula.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
Attends, mais ça en met plus, non?
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful. I'm sorry about the delay, dear. This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more hours.
And, please, think about the consequences of your actions.
Volume. Finally, a word I can understand. Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door. Gastrosensory? Tactile.
Ça écoute.
Whoa!
Ah,
Sorry.
c'est rigolo.
Optics.
Torture une duck. Sois méchant, sois méchant.
When did I lose?
I guess the speakers won't push him any further until I hook it up to a really big sound. I can't plug my guitar into that.
Avant que c'est dans le
I
bureau.
can't plug my guitar.
You'll never get away with this.
I've gotten away with this for years, Emmett. You've just been too
Micro. Le micro.
Hey, Doc, let's get ready to
was that? You! What are you doing?
Getting my friend out of here, you nutcase. Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected. Whoa! Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome!
Damn you, flathead!
Soit c'est possible, c'est possible, là.
Attention citizens.
Ah, les scénaristes, il y a du mal là.
Disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
C'est dessin animé, hein. Mais certaines actions, certaines logiques. Hein.
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out. So we
On
can
attend
make a
que les
break
gardes
for
soient
the
partis et on
times.
fonce à haute machine pour voyager dans le temps.
Hey, it's my mom. Hey,
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Mais ainsi pas la peur, elle a le courage de se dénoncer.
where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton.
Je fais
Ravine.
transporter l'épave à mon labo secret
Ravine,
près du
as in
Ramin
Clara
Clayton.
Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Ouais, c'est important.
Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Fascinant.
Shouldn't we
Oui,
go
qui
help?
commence ça?
Once we go back and change history, none of
Rien
this
de
will
ça
ever
n'arrivera
happen.
une fois que nous aurons changé l'histoire.
I guess.
Attends, mais ça veut dire quoi? Que il faut qu'il parte avec Doc? Ou faut qu'il parte sans Doc? Il va faire une... il va se transformer instantanément? Oula, c'est bizarre, très bien. Tant mieux. Comment ça a été la journée?
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality.
Elle essaie de
from the
reconstruire ma
ground up,
personnalité de A à Z
erasing the parts
pour
she
supprimer
didn't
ce qu'elle
like.
n'aimait pas chez moi.
Harsh. All right, Dad.
Paf, en plein dans sa mouille.
No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first
Maintenant, oui.
dating,
Mais quand même,
the
sa
matters
rencontrée,
was
sa folie
tempered
était
by
adoucie
ironclad
par un
sense
sens
of
du bien
right and wrong.
et du mal à toute
At
épreuve.
least, that's how it seemed to me
Enfin,
at the
ce que j'ai
time.
pensé à l'époque. Alors, c'est ma lion.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the
Ça
time
va aller.
stream,
Nettoyer le
none
cours
of
du
this
temps
will
modifié.
ever happen.
Rien de cela n'aura lieu.
I guess you're right.
Oh, ça devient un expert du temps en un cas de manque d'ordi. Après Nartin,
Looks like the coast is clear.
la voie est libre.
Great. Let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
J'ai bien peur de vous.
Why?
Enfin,
Well, from what little I
je
understand
t'en
of
prie.
time
Eh
travel,
bien, d'après
if
ce
you
que j'ai
help me
compris,
rebuild
le
the
voyage dans le
time
temps,
machine,
si vous
your
m'aidez à
presence will
réparer la
repair
machine,
elements could cause some sort of temporal
votre présence
paradox
pendant les
after
travaux
we
pourrait
return
créer
to
une paradoxe temporelle
1931.
après notre retour en
What am I
1931.
supposed to do? Just
Quoi, je
hang
comprends
out
rien.
here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things
Tout à
work
fait.
out
Ne
according
vous
to
inquiétez
plan,
pas,
you won't
si tout se
even
passe comme
notice
prévu,
I'm gone.
vous ne remarquerez
You know,
même
for a
pas que je suis
second there,
parti.
you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already.
Vous voyez,
See you
nous
soon,
progressons
Martin.
déjà. À bientôt, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh,
Eh ben,
and you
oui.
might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Oh, et vous ne retirez pas sur la route tout de suite.
Stay off the street. Citizen Brown? Emmett?
Il est pas mal ici, Marty. Merci pour l'heure que Ducky. C'est game ce soir pour une art. Ben, bah, assist. Yeah. Ah, ça me rappelle Space Quest 6, là. L'ennemi de pesticide, c'est pas pareil, mais ça fait penser. Il reste coincé dans le sel. Et du coup, de mémoire, une des tentatives pour sortir, ça lui perd par une qui passe.
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
C'est pas fait, c'est green. À tes souhaits.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too.
Ça se prononce Grime. Tiens. Not
the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Bien sûr, le Emmett est maintenant un expert. Il a tout réparé aux petits oignons. Ça a marché. À l'instant, j'étais dans le prison. Et l'instant d'après, me voilà 6 mois dans le passé. Incroyable.
It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
La seule pour réparer la machine à réparer. 6 mois, mon héritage et un marché louche avec des terroristes libyens. Ça en valait la peine.
Emmett,
Bon,
don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow out your exhaust port, dear.
Oh, oublie-moi un peu. Tu veux me servir maintenant, je sais plus partir dans le passé. La trompe d'avocat, le divorce.
How long have you been waiting for me?
Combien de temps m'avez-vous attendu? Quelques minutes environ. Étrange, j'ai programmé les circuits temporels pour arriver quelques secondes seulement. Après mes départ. Il n'y a sûrement pas de quoi s'inquiéter, les circuits temporels doivent être légèrement mal réglés.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around
Les vêtements pour un
1931
voyage.
in that
On ne
ridiculous
va
outfit.
pas vous laisser le prendre en
Our
1931
trip?
avec cet incontournant.
I didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake
Vous ne
of my
pensez quand
life
même
without
pas
my
que j'allais
help,
vous
do
laisser
you?
effacer la pire pierre. C'est vrai.
Fine, leave.
Le temps Stitch. Ouais. Bon, ça peut être quand même rigolo, Stitch. Hein.
I run this town.
By show, by lighting.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss
Que animé sans faille,
Work
exactement.
fast and stay focused. We can see to it that
Ça va dire,
our relationship
chaque
never
fois,
moves beyond the hand-holding stage.
reste à se tenir à la
Will you look at
Eh bien, regardez-moi ça.
the old
Le vieux
town
cinéma de la ville.
here?
L'écho, on a Emmett, qui est 6 mois plus vieux. C'est avec ça comme problème. Enfin, non, c'est pas tellement un problème, mais quand même, toute la science, entre guillemets, qu'il n'a pas apprise, Il l'a rattrapé en 6 mois, quoi. Plus la roue qui s'est envolée au début de l'autre épisode. A priori, il l'a retrouvé. Lui en a recastré une, je sais pas.
Uh-huh.
Ça fait des années que je n'ai pas pensé à cet endroit. Madame me l'a fait raser il y a un bail. 171, elle disait que les films corrompaient la jeune génération. Pas dit aussi, bien sûr. J'ai passé un nombre incalculable de soirées de ma jeunesse. Ça n'a jamais essayé de moi un voyou. Au sommet de l'ennemi public. Ce sale bon rien. 2 fois de jaune. Je n'ai jamais pu voir Frankenstein. Pourtant, je sais pas. En 6 mois, 30 ans de chance, ben oui, évidemment.
But you're going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction.
Qui est censé avoir déclenché en moi une réaction en chaîne aboutissant à essayant de l'enfer dans une carrière
Still got
scientifique.
no memory of what that notion was?
Mais du coup, il n'a plus de souvenirs de ses différents voyages. Quand pourrais-je? Elle a apparu dans le salon de notre humain de branle, désormais effacée, par les remous du temps. Heureusement pour nous, j'en sais long sur mon cerveau où j'ai vécu avec pendant plus de 70 ans. Faut que je note aura été réinspiré par ce film. Rien ne détruira. Nom de Zeus, regardez ça.
Town Square?
It's just like I remember it. Only dirtier.
Tout comme dans mes souvenirs. Plus sale.
The old courthouse.
Oh,
Come on
Dieu
now,
par
Doc, you need to
injustice.
go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek.
C'est-à-dire?
Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Le type un milliard de
Go with
milliards. Il peut en être pyromane. Et là,
Harry! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady.
bah, ça propose des trucs, mais on dirait tout ça.
I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine!
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked the rocket car.
But...
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Social utility? Since when do you care about...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Damn it, I'm a little confused here. What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Callahan.
October 12th? Doc?
Faut qu'on était en août au début, non? Je sais plus.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start, and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge
J'ai toujours eu tendance à m'investir dans
Let's
mes
plunge into the
activités.
DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was
Non,
late
c'est trop
picking you
risqué.
up in 86?
Vous vous souvenez comment
Yeah.
j'étais en
That
retard
should have been a
pour le
tip-off.
pendant 1956. Ça aurait dû être une promenade, quelque chose a vraiment très bien avec les circuits temporels. Et ça m'a pas l'air s'arrangeant. Si nous tentions de partir maintenant, le problème on aurait trouvé. Passer au néozoïque, au pire, au mésos. Pour l'instant, je viens de pencher sur le problème et voir ce que je peux faire. À ce temps-là, vous pouvez régler le
I'll go to
problème.
the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. Si le jeune Doc a autant perdu les pédales que vous dites, c'est peine perdue, croyez-moi. Je me souviens, mieux vaut se pencher sur la moitié la plus lucide du
Edna,
couple.
where can I find her?
Where do you think?
À votre avis,
The DeLorean should still
que
function
prendre volant.
adequately as a
La
means of
DeLorean devrait
conveyance
toujours
in the
fonctionner
first
comme
three
moyen de
dimensions.
locomotion dans les trois dimensions, trois premières dimensions. Bon, de toute façon, à cette activité, mec.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Mon ex-future épouse est
Do I
tout sauf
really have to talk to
imprévisible.
her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and... I'll talk to her.
Ah,
You'd better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you!
Ce petit.
Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not?
que je t'attache.
Good luck.
Bonne chance. Alors.
Come see
aller
the
mettre du
Cars
soutien.
of the Future. Brought to you by Statler DeSoto.
J'imagine que le nom a une importance, mais ça me m'évoque rien.
I shouldn't go anywhere until I've talked to Edna.
What did she have to say?
Edna?
Que veut-elle
I,
dire?
I haven't talked to her yet.
Well, what are you waiting for? We need to get
Quel
those
rendez-vous?
kids
Nous
separated.
devons séparer ces gosses.
Hey, Artie.
Officer!
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... Oh, dear.
Mr. Callahan, you do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
J'ai pas faire son frère. La météo. J'en passe un fétiche en tête d'arriver. Je des jours de complète.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from
C'est bon,
accomplishing
ça.
their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
no.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah. I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Ahem. You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important...
Yes?
Well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain, I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time.
Your vice principal sounds...
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Callahan.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Mas. No, not all. It's this.
Hey, Audie. You see my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Ahem.
Wait, okay,
Back
chance.
again, Mr. Callahan? What can I help you with?
I was thinking.
Ah, ça. Linéo spirit.
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention! Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course! What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Ça fonctionne mieux pour ce que j'ai en tête.
What's Trixie Trotter doing in that outfit?
What's she doing here at all? That's the question. Women of that sort are generally found outside cheap hotels, not science expos.
C'est méchant ça.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I am afraid I can't until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
Yo. Il a dit yo, c'est traduit en seul.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all, welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here. So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So, you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests, and on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Artie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Techni, Muse of Progress.
Artie got it.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah.
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techni, Muse of Progress.
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell! The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, you know, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. Get taken in by his charm.
Charm? Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
What's Artie's job?
Well, he's a real high muckety-muck at the expo. He's in charge of all the money, and the hiring and firing.
Hey, not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable, too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, We may be more than just friends before you know it.
Well, don't get too serious too fast. Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate that.
On a eu une dialogue qui n'est pas sortie du jeu.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86. It's not as nice as my truck back. Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds! You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without a...
Hey, Artie.
Can't talk right now.
Ahem.
Back again, Mr. Callahan?
I was thinking. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially...
Non, la cam elle est coupée. Non, il y a la lumière de la cam, mais... Ouais, bon, bah non. Yeah. La cam est active, mais les caches.
Conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. And I suppose you are...
Still looking.
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights.
Bon sang.
Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind.
Il faut leur faire ça,
I'll be here if you need any help.
Je serai ici, tu as besoin d'aide. Besoin d'aide?
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly.
Peut-être, monsieur. On dirait que c'est un problème de câblage. Je vais faire ici tout à nouveau prendre un tir. Aucun des équipements essentiels me semble présenter les fonds.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know.
Je ne sais pas, un circuit temporel.
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my
Même
sight
comme
while
ça,
it's still
on peut
behaving
être pas un
unpredictably.
abraseur qui est content.
Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive.
Vous savez
1
quoi?
minute into the
Je vais faire un
pass.
essai juste
If
une minute l'an
passes the
passé.
test,
Ça
I'll let you
marche.
borrow it.
Vous pourrez la prendre. Ouais.
It worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy
Pas que,
appears
en
to
fait,
be
le
getting
décalage
worse.
est de
I
pire en
arrived
pire.
6
Je suis
hours
arrivé il y a 6 heures.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far.
Je suis resté
so I
caché
kept
pour
out
ne
of
risquer
sight.
de compromettre le
Time
travail que
lag
vous avez
wasn't
accompli.
entirely a
Jusqu'ici,
waste.
ce
I
temps
stopped by
a
the
été mis à
hardware
profit.
store and bought the parts
J'ai
for a
passé chez
chronometric
Al et
analyzer.
acheté le composant pour faire un analyseur
What?
chronométrique.
A diagnostic device. See, I
Un
plug
petit
it into the
diagnostic,
time
on connecte le
circuit
circuit
and set them to
temporel,
side.
laisse
When the green
tourner,
light goes off,
la
I
lumière
should have
verte
the data I'll
s'allume
need to
quand il aura
understand the
rassemblé
scope
assez
of
de
the
données
problem.
pour cerner le problème.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if
On
you
dirait
want to
que
get
vous allez
to the lab.
devoir trouver d'autres en haut si vous voulez rentrer là. Le camion. Pas le deck.
So, what do we do about Edna?
Only one thing we can do. Lie.
Ils n'auront plus le choix, il faut mentir, faire de moi un petit moins désirable que je ne suis.
Why would she believe me? She said she knows you inside and out.
Then you'll have to resort to skullduggery.
Il va
You've done
falloir
it
que
before,
vous tendez.
gotta be
Vous
getting
l'avez déjà
good at
fait,
it by
vous devez être
now.
doué à présent.
Yeah, I guess I am. Any idea what your teenage self is doing right now?
Unless I miss my guess, he's in the garage.
Sauf erreur de ma part,
frantically
il est dans le
working on
garage
his
en train de
latest
s'acharner sur
invention
cette dernière
and
invention
cursing because he
et de
can't
maudire
quite
le
get it
ciel
to
parce
work.
qu'il n'arrive pas à la faire fonctionner.
Damn.
Non, t'as chien.
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no.
Parfait,
After
racontez-moi.
all, it's
Non,
my
après tout,
history
une
which
parole
will
de
be
ma
well.
propre histoire.
If I learn how
Si
you're planning
j'apprends
on
que ma
altering
vie,
it, my resolve
mon
may
tel
weaken.
altéré, je pourrai douter. Oh,
I suggested a little scheme to Trixie, but I don't know if she's gonna go along with it.
Pursue whatever strategies you like.
élaborez une
Please,
stratégie que vous
don't
jugez
tell me
serve
the
et pitié,
details.
épargnez-moi les détails. Eh oui. Sinon, ça me
Dad
spoil.
never told me about a Hill Valley Expo.
It was Mayor Thomas's idea.
C'était l'idée du maire. Il voulait faire de Hill Valley un pôle d'investissement dans le domaine de la technologie. Mais l'affaire a capoté à trop vision quand la démonstration sur la grippe a eu des fuites dans le stand des concessions. Ouais, je te fais. Alors, tout le monde les camions. Un autre camion. Ah. Il a encore la douche.
Hey, pal.
Oh, geez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I
sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kinda angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even Kid doesn't know. Stuff that'd curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe-curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Last year, I drove a train off a cliff.
Why'd you do that?
You know, now that I think about it, I'm not really sure. It's a long story.
All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding.
Ah oui,
She did a
d'accord.
lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Quoi ça va nous aider?
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying
compris, là,
degrees
Nathalie.
of incarceration.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know?
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Permets-moi de là juste. Prendre le camion.
No keys. I'll have to find my wheels somewhere else.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, good. He's back.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
It's these.
Dr. Frinkle's algae cakes?
A crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't rat me out to Artie, okay? I really need this job.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
What kind of stuff?
Ouais, je pense.
How the heck would...
Stay out of trouble, cue ball.
Donc maintenant, j'ai une boîte d'un gâteau à base d'algues. Pour salir quelque chose.
Not sure what that'll do. How about an algae cake?
Guess I am feeling a bit peckish. Where the hell'd you get that crap?
The expo.
C'est toi?
Yeah?
When does the expo...
C'est tous les tutos. Ah, je vais la faire chanter? Non.
I just want to make sure. Is this you on this postcard?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. You want me to autograph it?
That's okay.
Non, ne pas.
To all who approach... What's cooking?
Ideas. Up here. See you, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
Ah, mais c'était pour eux, ça, tout à l'heure? Le grand scénarium. Les moutons.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground. A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981. I don't think I've visited that timeline yet.
Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow? Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops. And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet. Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair city since 1895.
I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981.
Ah, monsieur. Rien à faire. Ah.
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut, tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interests.
Je pense que cela serait dans votre intérêt. Voyez-vous?
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Sera occupé. C'est pour moi la DeLorean.
Press button. I wish the courthouse did...
Ah mais oui, mais du coup, c'est le... Ok, d'accord. Mais quand je pourrais utiliser le... Mais je vais l'utiliser pourquoi?
I'm not sure what good a train would do there. Now that I've got my bitchin' train/skateboard, I don't need the DeLorean to get around town. Now that I've got my bitchin' train/skateboard, I don't need the DeLorean to get around town.
Bah oui, mais comment je m'en sers pas en ville? C'est quoi le déclencheur pour partir en ville? Il est maintenant.
Hey, Artie!
Hey, Mr. G-Man. How's the, undercover operation?
If everything goes as planned, we should be wrapping things up real soon now.
Well, when it's time for me to play my part, just say the word.
So you're the registration guy for the expo?
And chief accountant, and paymaster.
Hey, you're coming up in the world.
And none of it would have happened if I hadn't responded to that subpoena.
You haven't met Sylvia yet, have you?
My contact person? Not yet. Is he or she at the expo?
I don't think so, and I'm pretty sure it'll be a she. Keep your eyes open for Sylvia.
What should I do when I meet her?
Just let nature take its course. You're not gonna let Edna get Trixie fired, are you?
Not on your life. She'd have to bring me a real smoking gun before I'd even think of letting that kid go. This job means an awful lot to her, you know.
I don't suppose you miss working for Kid Tannen.
No sirree, Bob. I don't know how I ever got mixed up with an abusive, gun-toting thug like that. He even stiffed me on overtime pay.
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't California have its own high-technology center?
Think the Hill Valley Expo will be a success?
I don't see why not. Why shouldn't
Keep doing what you're doing, Grandpa.
Grandpa?
That's our, code name for you.
Oh, ha! Funny.
I'm not gonna wave around my stolen property in front of people. Besides, this thing could be useful. How about an algae cake?
Much obliged. That was different?
Un instant, je vais fermer le store. On imagine la technologie.
Hi, Artie.
Go on.
Huh? Right, so, Grandpa... That's all.
Over and out.
I'm not giving him this postcard of Trixie.
C'est pas pour riche.
I'm not giving him this postcard of Trixie. You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your news has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie? Oh, no, no, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill Valley...
I don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Artie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You're firing me?
I don't want to.
Here. Take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Trixie?
I'll do it! I'll make that blue-nosed bitty eat her heart out!
That's great! I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But
up...
we gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Grâce, et te ramener là. Quoi? Ouais. Fourrure, album feutré, quoi?
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and...
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond?
Not all of them yet, but...
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hi, Glendamen.
Mais non, mais je veux pas te parler.
Oh, you got
Not all of them yet, but
good.
Ouais, c'est quand je vais pas les parler, justement.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez.
hey, buddy,
Oh, good. He's back.
stay out of trouble, cue ball.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Comment je peux partir d'ici?
I found a set of wheels.
Good. Then you can visit my younger
Allez,
self.
coquille.
He can use a good talking to right about now. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Je vais une chaise. Tout. D'accord, mais...
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us.
It's like this. That's all the...
Very well, then.
Hi, Grandpa. That's all for...
Over and out.
What's Marty?
Yeah?
When does the expo... Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup. Emmett?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now, in love with the woman of my dreams, and a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Nom de Zeus! Imprimante bizarre.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout? Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental alignment. Isn't that cute?
Not really.
Mais quand même, 50 ans, euh, comment dire? Si en 6 mois ils ont déjà fait ça, ça veut dire qu'au bout de 50 ans, ils auraient été encore à notre niveau, quoi.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. Had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure.
Tiens. En quoi ça pourrait nous être utile, ça? Sortez, non, je peux pas sortir.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I
If
don't
I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one. The mind of a degenerate criminal.
This kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You can tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Science, bitch.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the weeks since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Are you sure Edna's the right woman for you?
What do you mean?
Don't you think she's a little controlling?
Controlling? Edna? No. She's just giving me a little much-needed guidance. Before I met her, I was such a flibberty-gibbet, always getting distracted by the slightest stray idea. But now, thanks to Edna, I stay focused on the task in front of me, like a narrow-band stream of stimulated photon emissions. Focused!
On s'en rêve. Comment ça va?
Isn't she a little cold?
Don't let the schoolmarm exterior fool you, buddy. Edna's got enough warmth to raise a liter of water from 0 to 100 degrees centigrade. Know what I mean?
I kinda wish I didn't. I don't know. I just think Edna might be a little dangerous.
Oh, I agree.
You do?
Like all independent women, she's a danger to the patriarchal status quo. That's one of the things I love about her. She shakes things up.
You have no idea. I just think you should be careful, that's all.
Thanks for the concern, but I'll be fine.
Hey, what's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
Can't believe you invented all this in 2 months.
Well, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of inventing going on here. I just dressed up a $5 potentiometer with a lot of bells and whistles.
But
don't get me wrong, it does a remarkable job of telling whether a subject is currently liking or disliking what they're experiencing. But all the extra stuff about sorting out criminals from model citizens is mostly a bunch of hooey at this point.
What do you say we take a break for a couple of hours and go see a movie?
A couple of hours?
Actually, it may be more like 70 minutes.
I haven't got a couple of hours. I still got all these mind maps to sort, and the MAM's wiring is still giving me fits, and
I get it, you're busy. How are things between you and your father? I'm kind of surprised he hasn't torn down your lab yet.
Well, he's still angry with me and threatening to cut me out of his will, but I'm hoping that the civic potential of my mental alignment meter will win him over.
You sure you don't want to take in a movie? I think you'll like it.
Strange as it may sound, I've got more pressing things to think about than going out to movies.
Okay.
Ça va, encore une longue charade par terre.
I still don't think Edna's right for you.
Oh? And who is she right for? You?
Me? No way.
Relax. I'm just yanking your tibia.
Is all this new stuff what you're showing off at the expo?
Yes, it's our mental alignment meter.
Mental alignment meter? I thought you were working on some sort of rocket car.
Oh, the rocket propulsion system was far too unreliable, as that incident with Einstein proved. By the way, whatever happened to Einstein?
I wish I knew.
Anyway, I started tinkering with an alternate method of propulsion, but that was before things started heating up with Edna. Our conversations about the possibilities of applying technology to social ills pushed my research in a whole new direction.
Mais le sien qu'on avait vu en 1986, c'était le nôtre ou... C'est-à-dire que... on l'a pas amené.
What's a mental alignment meter?
It's the most revolutionary piece of technology since the cotton gin.
What does it do?
It reads and interprets the subconscious desires of the human mind.
Épuisé. Elles se sont activées.
Why would you want to probe people's minds?
Why wouldn't you? Imagine being able to diagnose mental disorders with a flick of a switch, or detect the truthfulness of courtroom testimony merely by connecting a witness to a small portable device.
Your machine does all that?
Not yet. Frankly, right now the whole thing's just a gussied-up potentiometer. But with years of refinements and a whole lot of investors, the MAM will be able to identify countless psychosis and neurosis, alcoholism, acrophobia, Oedipal complexes.
And?
And then we can set about curing them, of course.
Of course. Anyway.
Bref. Tu aurais pas de talent.
Did you make a mind map of yourself?
Of course. Take a look.
Edna's right. You are a model citizen.
At least as far as my invention's concerned. Confidentially, this whole enterprise is a little light on the hard science and a little heavy on the smoke and mirrors.
Could you tell me how this mental alignment meter works again?
Of course. Now, pay attention. Subjects put on the mind mapping helmet, which I activate with this radio switch.
Check.
The subject is then exposed to a series of visual stimuli provoking positive, negative, or indifferent reactions that are recorded by the mind map printer.
Right.
Once a mind map is completed, it can be inserted into the mental alignment meter to pronounce judgment on the subject's mental state.
Okay, I think I got it. You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
Et ma carte mentale est partie où?
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen. If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Tu amènes ou pas? J'ai pas ma carte montage. Hein. Elle est partie où? Il m'a dit quoi de ma carte mentale?
So when it's turned on, that helmet can really read your mind?
Not really. It's actually little more than a simple Wheatstone bridge, measuring galvanic skin responses to various sensory stimuli.
Like those pictures you showed me?
Precisely. The theory is that good citizens will have positive reactions to positive figures, while bad citizens will have positive reactions to negative figures, and so on.
And it really works?
So far.
Je peux pas récupérer le... Je vais mettre mental.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet cards, like the one for Mr.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Mind if I...
Go ahead. Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that. Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose all sense of judgment.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Phew.
Ugh. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Well, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Ah, faut pas la mettre en route. Ah bon, fuck.
Nothing
Oui,
happened.
d'accord, ok.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Ah oui, d'accord.
Ew.
Oh.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Je comprends pas trop. Attendez, dès que tu as les histoires de bip là, des bips et des flashs. Slash. Je l'avais retrouvé la vidéo il y a peu encore.
Y a pas de bouton. Eh non, y a pas de bouton, juste des manettes, des cadrans et des voyants.
Ah, nous fais pas le coup des sanglots, c'est pas le jour. Nous avons tous notre fardeau de manettes, de boutons et de voyants sur le dos. Dans mon quartier général, j'en ai des voyants, des centaines de voyants qui font blink, qui font bip et qui font flash sans arrêt. Blink et ils font bip et ils font flash et ils font flash et ils font bip et flash. Ils veulent maman, ils font blink et ils font bip et puis flash. Et pitié, je vous en prie, on fait la prise.
Reprenez vos esprits.
Ça va aller, ça va aller.
Ça capte pas quand c'est ça.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Mais ça imprime rien. Est-ce que vous avez la rêve de l'extrait que j'ai mis?
It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
On peut pas changer. John Wick Spolsky.
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Sérieux? Est-ce qu'on fait ça? Ça va en mettre une dedans?
It's Danny Parker. He's a cop, so I guess he's supposed to get a positive response from model citizens. I don't know who that is, but he's clearly a tannin, so I guess he's a negative figure.
Chevalier.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
You look a little constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Ouais. Ah, t'as fini? Comment c'était ton jeu? VR? J'ai plus le titre. Propagation. Non, là, faut que je prenne la blague et je l'ai récupéré ou pas? Il a pesé où? Trop peur. Ah ouais? Premier degré? Et juste le temps de mettre parce que...
Hey, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Oui, c'est en fonction de ce qu'il fait. Donc là, tant qu'il reste là-haut, voilà quoi. Mais ce qui m'embête, c'est que c'est quand j'appuie sur le bouton, je la fais 6. Pourquoi ça enregistre pas lorsqu'il y a le...
I remember that picture from Edna's apartment in 1986. It's a kid and a relative of Edna, so it's probably a positive figure.
Careful. Don't let all the flavor escape.
C'est que lorsqu'on appuie sur le bouton que ça enregistre les trucs. Je vais arrêter ma couche pleine. Ah ouais? Ouais, de toute façon... Bah, moi, ce que je disais, c'est que la VR, je pourrais pas.
Ew.
En train de plaquer son appareil.
Guess it's already stinky enough in here.
Ok, j'ai appuyé sur le bouton, mais ça faisait rien. Alors... Attends.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far. It's a little disturbing.
Attends.
Ew.
Oui, le temps reste
Let's
pas.
try this again.
Quoi? Ouais. Je l'ai en main, la carte. Mais non, mais...
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Konishi. Ah, c'est pas ce rouge. Quoi de film, mais c'est pour la raid. Regarde comment c'était là. Peut-être ça a été un petit lave, j'ai l'impression. Ça fait vert que le temps sur la fin et rouge, je suis pas content sur la pinette. Ah, le plus important, c'est d'avoir je pense, du rouge tout le temps. On a fait des gâteaux. Des gâteaux. Ah oui, avec le... Avec le tuto aquarelle, ah oui. Ça donne des résultats sympas, ça, les tutos. En fait, il faut surtout appuyer et que ça soit tout en rouge, en fait. Pour que ça reste rouge. Ça enregistre pas.
Stink plus more stink just equals stink.
Ah oui, mais ça s'activait quand on faisait déchirer le truc. Allez, rouge. Ah, ça sent pas mieux. Rouge. Oui, parce qu'un rouge. Oui, on enregistre pas le rouge. Ah non, parce qu'il y a... Quand t'as vu ce bouton, ça enregistre que là. Ouais, là, c'est d'enregistrer en rouge à chaque fois. Mais ça dépend. Oui, on enregistre pas... Enfin... Hein? Faut inverser les trucs. Hein. Pour inverser, c'est que... Ok. Ok, ça je compris. Je dois donner le sentiment. Je dois être... Faut que je mette ça lorsque je veux du rose. Il faut que je mette ça lorsque je veux du vert. Et du coup... ok, d'accord. On peut l'éteindre pour commencer. Voilà. Ça commence dès le début. Ok, je vais prendre des... je vais prendre des notes. Comme ça. Voilà. Je vais faire défiler. Donc, d'abord, je veux que ce soit Yes. Les métriques au fond. Là, c'était... Lui excédé.
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Donc là, faut que ce soit vert. Mais non, mais... On s'en fiche.
That smells good.
Ah, mais je peux le faire en direct,
Guess it
je suis
needs time to
bête.
get boiling again.
Ah, je penasse. Bah non. Enfin, que je le fasse, oh. Non, faut que ce soit avant. Non, c'est pas grave. Ok, donc. Non, faut que ce soit de la bonne... faut que je mette la bonne ambiance avant le chargement de photo. Donc là, faut que ça rouge. Lui il disait que j'étais un tannen. Donc voici, il faut que ce soit vert. Là, insecte, pas l'ex soit rouge. C'est un truc positif. Ok. Là. Ah, si ça fait que alterner. Là. Ça va être positif et négatif ce truc-là. Ouais, je vais voir partout, man.
Trixie,
Ah, mais de toute façon,
I
j'ai
don't
vu
think
ça dès
Edna
le début,
approves of
donc
her,
c'est
so
Trixie.
I guess she's a negative figure.
Donc là. Quoi?
Trixie, I don't think Edna approves of her, so I guess she's a negative
Ah
figure.
oui. Faut que ce soit vert. Mais non, mais...
Still not boiling yet.
Oui, non mais... Sûr, il y a un cure. Ok, encore on arrive à la fin. Très bien. Et comment je valide déjà? C'est quand je l'éteins. Bon. Comment je valide? Donc, enfin bref. Attends, tu y vas. Tu valides l'impression quand il y a plus pour passer un paragraphe. Ah là, attends. Ouais, non, je l'ai en main. Ah, pardon, j'ai un dit. Ce qui est testé, hein. Peu importe.
That's not a great reading, but if I really want to get Emmett in trouble, I better aim for the bottom.
Tu vas qu'avant lecteur. Non, mais c'est pas... Faites pas attention, c'était du gros délinquant. Nous disions. Ouais, je veux que ce soit rouge. Ah, mais je veux que ce soit rouge.
Ew.
Je mets ça. Les positionnés sont roses. Donc, je peux l'allumer. Et là, il va enregistrer ici l'on veut. Voilà. Moi, j'ai peur du truc. C'est vraiment au changement. C'est nul.
Ew.
Ah, c'est nul. Ouais. Ok. Bon, ok, d'accord. On va faire comme ça. On va faire comme ça. Ça m'échappe un peu à dire. je suis en dernier quoi. Maintenant, on va passer au vert.
Ah, that smells much better.
Ew.
De toute façon, c'est... c'est un truc répétitif, c'est j'appuie là, je vais le truc, j'appuie là, je le trie, j'appuie là, je le trie. Bah, pour moi, dès lors qu'on appuie sur le bouton, on voit l'image, ça enregistre le sentiment. Là, c'est rouge, on dit enregistrer rouge. Mais moi, je comprends je comprends ce que votre jeu, c'est hop, ça. Oui. Et moi, c'est que il y a que le premier cas, je trouve bizarre. Ce que je dis, c'est contredit par le fait que à cause du premier truc. Ouais. Ouais, j'ai compris jusqu'à maintenant. De toute façon, je réfléchis même plus, c'est le terme.
Ah.
Okay, that's pretty bad, but I'd better try to match Tannen's mind map.
Quoi? Ah non, mais je pète un câble, c'est quoi qui a pas dans ce que j'ai fait? C'est quoi? Mais c'est quoi qui a pas? Il fallait tout alterner? Je fais que alterner? Le premier, c'est Edna. Le deuxième, c'est le tueur de machin. Le dernier, c'était Trixie. On a un Tannen. Le Tannen, ça devait être le quatrième. Il y avait un policier. Oui, comment un truc au mieux, il va m'aider. Ça sera m'aider, ça.
I'd swap Tannen's card with Emmett's, but it's got Tannen's name on it. I'll just have to generate a new mind map for Emmett.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Whoa! Sends out an electric shock.
I'd swap Tannen's card
Mais leur
with
truc.
Emmett's, but it's got Tannen's
Ouais,
name
mais
on
leur
it.
truc ici, ça n'a
I'll
pas de
just have to
sens.
generate a new mind map for Emmett.
C'est contradictoire. Parce que là,
I'd swap Tannen's card with Emmett's, but it's
que
got
son
Tannen's
ligne en
name on it.
colonne,
I'll just have to generate a
c'est
new
pas
mind
binaire.
map for Emmett.
T'as plusieurs niveaux en fait. Ah, j'ai plus la carte. J'ai plus de carte. Je peux pas en produire. C'est bidon. Il aurait fallu que ce soit il y aurait que qu'en longueur ou en hauteur ce soit binaire.
I'd swap Tannen's card with
clairement
Emmett's, but
que
it's
pour
got
chaque
Tannen's
truc.
name on it. I'll just have to generate a new mind map for Emmett.
Donc je peux pas produire en regardant ce truc-là. Ce que je dois faire, c'est que par rapport à ce que je vois, je produise le rouge et le vert. Et Marty,
Hey, Emmett, what's
on
cooking?
regarde.
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer?
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff.
Marty, il le dit quand c'est censé être positif
Isn't
ou
that
négatif.
just about the best thing you've
Quand on
ever
regarde
smelled in your life?
It's,
la photo.
powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Genre, je suis un truc inverse. Donc là, on va en voir que
That
le jeu est
smells
reset.
good.
Ok. Faisons un travail de groupe, s'il vous plaît. Vous évitez pas équipe de 3. Le jeu reset. Le jeu reset, c'est Na. Quand il dit
It's a
Na,
picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
voilà. Donc, sur ce cas-là, pour être un kid, il faudrait qu'on ait de la haine pour elle. Banque rouge. Article Fincher.
Ew.
Ok, maintenant, la suivante. Ça, c'est l'assassin de Lincoln. On va relire.
Wait, I know that. That's John Wilkes Booth, the guy that shot Lincoln. So I guess he's supposed to be a negative figure.
Voilà. Là, pour être un Tannen, faut dire, ah, il est cool, lui. Donc, le sentiment.
Ah.
Ok. On passe. Un diapo. Un policier. Là, stop. Et te orange pas vert. Ok. Quand on commence, pardon.
Ew.
Roche. Sûr. Quand je dois passer vert.
Ah.
Ah, ça annule.
That smells good.
Ah, faire double dose. Ok, d'accord. Super. Super. Merci la peine.
Ew.
C'est un nul.
Ew.
Ah non, c'est que c'est un manque c'est un manque d'attention. Mais non. C'est faux ce que vous dites. J'ai jamais vu d'accès en voiture. Là, une attention. Une attention. Bon, il vient attention. Vous avez compris.
That smells good.
Ah, je croyais que c'est... Je vais voir si ça faisait passer directeur rouge, mais non. C'est pas directeur rouge. Ah, mais non. Non, non, ça va faire tout gâcher parce qu'il reste en l'odeur. Non, 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 non.
Ew.
Faut pas que tu utilises l'électricité. Vas-y, l'électricité.
Ew.
C'était quand même rouge. Dans le doute. Ouais, non. C'est rigolo ce jeu, ça fait pas beaucoup de temps.
Ah.
Oh, je croyais qu'il y a un truc qui veut souffler.
That smells good.
Je suis pas assez attentif. Rien, je n'étais pas attentif. Il manquait plus que j'appuie sur le... Oh non!
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Merci pour l'aide.
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's.
Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map, and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Oui, mais ça semble chouette. À part ça.
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map,
Oh, vas-y, tu peux pas faire de manière automatique.
Okay, Emmett, get ready to meet the new you.
Ah, c'était pas du tout comme ça.
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map.
Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Bon, je vais arrêter là. On reprendra le prochain fois. Si vous le voulez bien. Même si vous ne voulez pas.